Feel the whoa with Listerine at BJ's. You can save $2.50 now on Listerine products like Total Care Anti-Cavity Fluoride Fresh Mint Mouthwash or Cool Mint Pocket Packs Fresh Breath Strips at your nearest BJ's location. Experience the feeling of a million germs zapped in seconds with Listerine. Discount available through December 24th. Save now, only at BJ's.
This morning in the Atlanta airport, no one's missing a meal on Mac Wilburn's watch. With 11 restaurants to serve passengers, he's got dining for every destination. And it all started when Mac talked with First Horizon Bank about opening a franchise in the airport. Now it's open for business and cleared for takeoff. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.
How about Mondays? I hate Mondays. Mondays are the worst.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. No, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Welcome to the Monday Weekly Recap episode.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
On today's episode, Big Drewski and Casper break down all of the college football action from all of the games and events from this past weekend. Today's episode is sponsored by the Depot Print House, www.staycating.com, and True Tennessean Clothing Company. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave the boys a review, because again, I can't stress this enough, but they have literally no clue what they are doing.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Let's get on into today's show. And as always, have a happy Monday.
Giggity.
All right, here they come.
What up, what up, what up, baby? Welcome to the Little Tangerine Show, the littlest of tangerine shows. If you have not already, make sure you click like and click subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm your host, Big Drewski. I am also flying solo tonight. My buddy, Casperoni, Casper, the co-host, is not in the building. He had a family sickness that took over, crippled the entire family. I'm just kidding. I don't know if the whole family's sick or not, but I do know that he and his wife, at least I think, are sick. So he had to bounce last possible second. So we're going to go old school. We're going to fly solo like we used to do back in the day. I will say tonight's episode is going to be a little short. A lot of the stuff that me and Casper is going to cover, catching up on Thanksgiving, all that fun stuff is going to be kind of hard to do solo. Also, it's just not as much fun without Casper, right? So I'm going to do the breakdown, do some things that I've seen some things I liked, seen some things I didn't like. You know, we're going to break it down for you guys, and then me and him will catch up on Thanksgiving next week, which again, you know, me and Casper decided to take a week off, you know, just Thanksgiving and everything going on. Wanted to spend some more time with the family. Guys, you know, I'm going to be honest with you for a minute here. You know, sometimes I have issues articulating things in a polite manner, but, you know, doing this podcast is, you know, I think a lot of people think that, you know, we're just slapping stuff together and just, you know, just swinging with a, you know, a wiffle ball bat, you know, trying to swing for the fences or whatever as my phone's going off. You know, these podcasts take a lot of time to put together. That, you know, it's taken a lot of time to sort of, I don't want to say perfect because, you know, I mean, nobody's perfect at much, but you know, these things are not easy to do, dude. I mean, there's so much time that goes into putting these things on, and it's like, exhausting. I don't know about everybody else. I know there's other podcasters and stuff out there that they work part-time jobs, or they, you know, don't have jobs, or they just don't have a wife or kids or whatever. But to go to work, like me and Casper do, and to work, 50 to 60 hours a week, come home. We both have young children. My wife's pregnant, so we got another one on the way. But to come home and then go into, father mode and husband mode, and, to work and then try to put these things on 2 episodes a week, it's exhausting, man. And I'm not complaining. Obviously we choose to do it and you guys keep us going, but we're at that point of the year where, man, it is physically draining and it is exhausting. And, we're not doing this for money. We're doing it just because we love college football, and me and Casper are good friends. And, we do it because it's therapy and we enjoy to do it, but it's exhausting, man. I mean, there's a lot of, note taking and show prep and post editing, getting things down to where it looks good, sounds good, trying to get clips out for you guys. Like, man, we're a 2-man team, exhausting, our free time trying to get this, these shows and stuff out. And, it just wears you down, man. I mean, 2 episodes a week, 52 weeks in a year. I mean, hell, that's what, 104 episodes a year if we keep on at that pace. And that's not including specials and stuff like that. When I started this, man, I was by myself, which in some ways made it easier because, like, I would just record these to and from work or something, on the way to work. Brought Casper in. He's done an awesome job, great job, preparing notes and just adding, a spice to the show, because me and him go back and forth and we have a lot of, banters and stuff. But, he's added a lot. Back when I was doing these solo, it was slightly easier, but man, it's just not as fun to, not have somebody to go back and forth with and stuff. So, I know I'm getting a little heavy on this one, but, I did purposely want to put it out there that, like, man, it's exhausting, man. It's a grind. And, we don't do this full time. I would love to be able to sit around and do this full time, dedicate all my time to it. But it just doesn't always work like that. Me and Casper make good money out there in the real world. Got great benefits. I mean, we got, retirement union-ish jobs that, we don't necessarily have to do this, man, but we do it because we love it. We love you guys. We love chit chat with you guys. But, I'm just going to be real with you guys for a minute, man. And I know Casper doesn't know I'm doing this. He may or may not even be listening to this right now, depending on how sick he is. But, I'm just going to get real with you guys. Me and Casper, at this current point, we're still trying to decide what we're going to do in the off season. We might just do some episodes until the national championship game, and then take the entire off season off. I don't know if we're going to do another show on the side, and an off season show. To be honest with you, I'm not even 100% sure if we're going to bring this show back. I mean, I'm thinking out loud right now, but it's exhausting, man. I got a kid on the way. Casper's got, like I said, he's got a kid and a wife and all that stuff. So, I guess I'm asking my longtime listeners, man. I'm gonna put y'all to the test, and I want to see. And this is a actual dead serious test. I want to see what you guys got. I want to see what you think. If you give a damn about the podcast, I know my lives are always popping. I don't know how many thousands of people we had come through last week. My TikTok's blowing up. I know all my social medias are blowing up. and I see my numbers on the show every week. I want to say thank you to the listeners that are hardcore, listen every week and stuff. You guys are awesome, but I want to hear from you guys. Number one, should we bring the show back at all? For two, should we keep it? I mean, and I'll be honest with you, if we keep it rolling, it's going to be one episode a week during the off season. But should we keep it rolling the entire off season, or should we just keep rolling like we're rolling because you guys just can't get enough? I want to know. I want you to get up off your ass for this week, and I'm asking you wholeheartedly, email the show. All you got to do is go to www.bigdrewski.com, click the contact tab. There's a right at the top, email the show. All you got to do is put your name, city, and state, just because I like to know where you guys are from, your email address, and then in the comment, it says comment or question. I want to know what you guys think. And this will actually go a lot further than you guys probably think. But I want to hear what you guys think. I want to know, should I just stick to the lives? Should I keep, should we keep the show rolling like we've been doing? What should we, what do you guys want to see? Should we bring in more people? I know, you guys love Joshy Washy, my buddy Josh the Mechanic. I know you guys got, like a lot of stuff that we do in the past or whatever, but I want to know, and if me and Casper's doing this for, just for kicks and giggles and for therapy, that's fine by all means. Like I said, I greatly appreciate each and every listener I got. But moving into 2024, Big Drewskis, I'm prioritizing the social media that I'm doing separate. Maybe I should just be cranking out content, videos and whatnot. I know you guys like the videos a lot. Maybe I should just be, maybe we should keep popping these out. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys listen to the CFB Top 25 show. But I want to know how closely you guys are listening. And I want to know how serious you guys are about absorbing this content, because moving into 2024, we got to look at what's important and what's actually going to yield the best results. So I would love to hear from you guys. We get emails pretty frequently. Some of you guys email in, the same people over and over again, but I want to hear from you guys. This is 100% a test. I want to see how closely you guys are listening and how seriously you guys are taking this stuff. I'm looking at my numbers and all that stuff every week, but I want to know who's out there, who's listening. I want to get to know you, and I want to know your input. So that's your homework for the week. Now, moving forward, Vandy. Actually, no, I'm gonna go into. Let's go into the recap for the weekly pick'ems game that me and Casper have been playing with you guys. There's a few of us hanging in there. Some people have given up all hope. Catching after Daver Down, man, is rough, and it is. Daver Down he's at 99.9%. He's ranked 448th in the world. Which is incredible. It's terrible for us, but right now, Daver Down is in first, 87-43, 99.9%. He's got 870 points. I myself am in second place with, I'm actually going to take my headphones off because I just realized I don't need them. I'm flying solo, but I myself am in second place with an overall record of 80 and 50, 800 points, 96.2 percentile. Old Casperoni's hanging out down there in fifth. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch old Dave. We got what? How many weeks do we got left in this? I'm looking real quick. I just want to see. I know we got week 14. There's there's 1 week left. I mean, I'm gonna have to do some serious digging here to try to get this locked in here. But I don't know if I'll be able to catch old Dave. We're gonna give it a shot. I gave him the option. I said, "Hey man, do you want to win? Do you want $150 in Amazon gift card credits, or do you want a signed Hendon Hooker jersey?" He said he's gonna let me know. I am interested to see what he says, but we're gonna see what's going on now. Moving into the Vandy game. I considered taking a break, but actually we're going to just roll right on through that. By the way, news segment, old Stoops. We'll do the news because I know me and Casper usually do the news. Stoops, head coach for Kentucky, apparently got offered the job at Texas A&M. Good for him. Good for you, sir. Texas A&M, what are you doing? I mean, on with this terrible decision-making crap. I mean, goodness gracious. Let's take a coach that's mid at best, and let's pay him millions of dollars a year. I've not seen the contract negotiations or anything like that, but Texas A&M, you make terrible decisions, and you do it over and over and over again. I mean, Mark Stoops, don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy and everything. But I mean, literally at Kentucky. Now he's blaming, his stint at Kentucky on, the lack of money to be able to properly recruit and yada yada blah blah blah. Here's the thing: Stoops has been at Kentucky since 2013. Okay, that was his first head coaching position. He's 73-64, 4-3 in bowls. He did win the SEC Coach of the Year once. Congrats. But I mean, dude, he's blaming like lack of money at Kentucky for the reason of him not like doing better than he's doing. What about James Franklin at Vandy? Did some big things. I mean, you see these coaches go into some crappy situations and turn some things around. Good for him. I mean, the awesome thing is he can go there and pretty much retire. He can go there and retire and, never have to coach again with how much that Texas A&M is probably going to pay him. So I'm not saying it's a bad decision on his part, but Texas A&M, what are you doing? Also, I want to go on record saying, I'm just throwing it out there. Kentucky, if I was you, go after Jimbo Fisher, man. You might as well do it. Okay? I actually no, just kidding. You can't do that because if he coaches again, he's going to lose all that money. He's not going to do that. But, Kentucky, I don't know who they're going to go after. I personally like rolling the dice and seeing if you can get old Coach O off the sandy beaches back into a coaching position because I actually think he could do some good there. But Kentucky just needs a coach that can get him somewhere between 6 to 8 wins every year, and he could probably retire there because it's a basketball school. Nobody cares. Okay, nobody cares about football in Kentucky. A lot of Kentucky fans are moaning the loss of their coach. I mean, dude, 73-64. Granted, I know for Kentucky, that's freaking awesome that, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we can go just slightly over 50%, get a crappy bowl game and keep rolling. I mean, no other SEC program in America is going to be cool with that. But for Kentucky, it works great. And like I said, with numbers like that, you can probably retire at Kentucky and be perfectly fine. I'm trying to see real quick here. I am terrible at math. But yeah, it's like 53-ish%, I think, if I did my math right. Which I probably didn't, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, Stoops, good on you. Texas A&M, what are we doing? We're just continuing to make terrible decisions, and I don't even know how to feel about it. But Stoops, my hat's off to you. By the way, Dolly Parton performed at the halftime show, and I'm not going to pretend like y'all don't know what I'm talking about because everybody in America's seen the pictures floating around on social media. But my God, Dolly Parton still has it. She dressed up, unless you're living under a rock and don't know what I'm talking about, dressed up like one of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. It looked better than some of the cheerleaders out there. I mean, it was insane. She looked good, like good. For 77, I don't know too many other women in America or just that's alive that can look like that. Besides maybe Suzanne Summers, may she rest in peace. But yeah, Dolly, out here just living her best life, and I'm for it. But moving into the Vandy Tennessee game. By the way, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize. It may drop some random ads in here. Usually we try to do like designated breaks and stuff where we can, but there's probably going to be some random ads in here, so I apologize ahead of time. But Tennessee Vols got a convincing win against Vandy. I know it's Vandy, and we shouldn't be super excited, but the Vols moved to 8-4 on the year. Still a respectable year. 48-24 on the victory. The Vanderbilt Commodores moved to 2-10 on the year. The Vols did a little bit of everything pretty good. 617 total yards, 50% on third down. Didn't ever have to attempt a fourth down. Average 9.6 yards per pass. They ended up getting out with 449 yards through the air. 393 of those were Joe Milton the third's. Interestingly enough, they kept Milton in pretty late. I was kind of surprised by that. Injuries and whatnot, but Heupel said he wanted to let him go out there and just, play his best game, have fun. The Vols ended up getting 449 through the air, 168 on the ground. Again, Milton went 22 of 33, 393 yards, 4 touchdowns. And he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. So he had a pretty good game. Best game that he's played in his entire life was Vandy. There is that. Also, Nico came out, threw the ball around a little bit. He went 9 for 12 for 66 yards, averaged about 5.5 yards. His QBR rating was about 70.9 compared to Joe Milton's, which was 91.3. Nico looked good, did some things good. Still playing like a true freshman, but, he's going to get a little practice. I'm sure Heupel can work with him on that. The Vols absolutely smacked Vanderbilt quarterback A.J. Swan around all game long. Didn't have much time to throw, and then when he did, he had somebody in his face all game long. A lot of people said that the Vols were playing dirty with some late hits and stuff. The Vols play hard, especially on the defensive line. They're coming for you every single play. I'm not making excuses or whatever, but there was some really bad chippiness in this game as well, man. I mean, I think it was the second quarter trying to come into halftime. They really let them boys play a little too much. There's a play where the Vols kind of came in, and I still don't know if that Neela noise was rocking or what happened, but Vanderbilt hiked the ball, and then A.J. Swan drops back. Well, he just all of a sudden stopped. So I don't know if they blew the whistle or what. Don't know if the guys didn't hear it, kept playing or whatever. But, they smacked him pretty hard, knocked him down. Vandy's coach didn't like that. He had some words with the referees. And then the next 2 or 3 plays, there was just, dead ball, unsportsmanlike. There were some punches thrown, some smacks, pushing, shoving, the benches cleared. Really not a good look, especially in the SEC. You can't have that. I mean, I fully blame the referees for allowing it to get out of hand like that. I mean, it was almost a ugly situation between an in-state rivalry. Thankfully, went into halftime, everybody kind of cooled off, but it really got ugly. If you guys want to see more about that, just Google that. You'll see the clips if you hadn't already. But Vandy came out to a good start, man. The Vols came down, scored 7-0. Then Vandy went down the field and scored. Then the Vols scored again. It was looking like they were going to kind of hang with them for a minute. And before you know it, it was 14-7, and then it was I'm not good with math, 32-10, I think. I'm really bad with math. 14-4, 28, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it was like 31-ish to 10, and then the Vols put up 14-0 in the third quarter. Vandy put some points up late, but it just wasn't enough. The Vols were still able to double their score. A.J. Swan ended up with 167 yards, averaged 7.3 through the air with one touchdown, QBR rating of 52.3. Not great. Vandy ended up getting 228 yards through the air and only 78 on the ground. Again, the Vols ended up with 168 on the ground. Jalen Wright was the primary output, 11 carries, 75 yards. Ramel Keaton in the receiving game did just the absolute most Ramel Keaton thing that he could have done, which is played absolutely lights out. It doesn't freaking matter against Vandy. All of a sudden, he shows up and looks like a stud. 4 catches, 122 yards. That's awesome, Ramel. You average 30.5 yards per catch with 2 touchdowns. Could have used that consistency all year long, buddy, but wish the best for you moving forward. Squirrel White, 10 catches, 110 yards, averaged 11 yards per catch. Freaking awesome doing what he does. Jacob Warren was getting in the mix. 3 catches for 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Castles also had 3 catches, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. And I mean, the Vols, they were playing pretty good. We looked good on both sides of the field. It was a good game, man. I mean, it was a great game on the Vols side. The Vols had the only turnover, but other than that, I mean, the Vols were in control pretty much from the middle of the way through the first quarter on. So that will finish the Vols regular season off with a 4-4 conference play, 8-4 overall. Georgia and Bama are both going to the SEC championship. Mizzou ended up second place in the SEC East. Ole Miss is going to end up second place as well. I don't know if they got games next week or not, but Vandy ends up 0-8 in conference play, doing what Vandy does. But it was a good win. Good to see the Vols win. Looking forward to the bowl game. As of right now, not sure who's playing or who's sitting out. Me and Casper will get those for you. I keep hearing talks about the Gator Bowl. A lot of people saying that the Vols may go to the Gator Bowl. A lot of people is saying that we may end up playing Carolina. So I don't know. We'll see. I keep hearing Carolina's name thrown around, which I think would be awesome to watch those guys go up against each other. But that is pretty much all that I have. Like I said, I didn't want to do too much about Casper. We'll do some catching up on the show. Like I said, make sure you guys do your homework. If you're listening and you want to see this show continue, or if you just want to give us feedback, whatever, let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. www.bigdrewski.com. Click the contact tab. We are going to be watching, waiting, and listening. Okay. I don't even care if you hear this a few weeks from now. Okay. If you're listening, do the homework and go check it out. But I'm going to go ahead and ride off into the sunset. Again, if you have not already, click like, click subscribe, baby. Until next time, I'm Big Drewski with Little Tangerine Show, baby, and I'm out. Peace.
Feel the whoa with Listerine at BJ's. You can save $2.50 now on Listerine products like Total Care Anti-Cavity Fluoride Fresh Mint Mouthwash or Cool Mint Pocket Packs Fresh Breath Strips at your nearest BJ's location. Experience the feeling of a million germs zapped in seconds with Listerine. Discount available through December 24th. Save now only at BJ's.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.